Unending. Oh, gotta alt tab and tab back in to fix the screen tearing. In the meantime, I'm gonna get water for your back. Anton, play Skyrim. So I'm heading to Windhelm. I gotta make the decision now, Alec. Do I use the console commands to cheese in an extra location for me to discover? It would have to be right after this class, right during this one. And actually, before I answer, I gotta get my iPad. Unbeknownst to me, the iPad was directly behind you.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, you've got that. Good to hear. You can be a difficult man to find. Thankfully, I have some thoughts. On the top of the throat of the world. Then we need the tusk of a mammoth. The final step is if you can bring me these materials. The file. On top of the throat of the world is a patch of snow. They say the Greybeards the original file was made from this snow. The final the nearest with the heart. It's difficult to explain. The ivory produced by those beasts is as hard as ivory. They're able to grind it down so the finished material has the delicate nature of fresh powder. Oh, but strength of the hardest steel. Huh? Got something for just about everybody in here. Give up. You've got Thank the gods. I'll get to work on the files straight away. Master, look. It's the file.
What? How?
It doesn't matter. Look. It's refilling with your tonic as we speak.
Marvelous. Oh! Oh!
You acted very nobly in helping my master. As for myself, I fear keeping the file would just remind me of Here, keep it. You are as much a part of its legend now as Corral Mill was. Now, I'm not as skilled as Corral Mill, so I'm afraid it will only ever refill with one type of liquid.
What the?
I understand.
I have just obtained the white file. Aren't you jealous of me?
Incredibly.
Do you know what it is?
No.
You don't?
I don't know what you're...
It's like a 2-part quest where you end up helping this dude repair a white file, and it's an unlimited potion of a certain type. I can now, for once a day, for 60 seconds, do 50% more one-handed damage in combat.
That sounds really powerful. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Run. We're wrested from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key. Why are you still here? You're supposed
No
to be
way.
proving Garmar right or proving him wrong.
Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak will not talk to me right now because I started that quest to go get the Jagged Crown, and alright, I guess I gotta do that first before anything else. Dude, so I have to...
What's the hurry?
Okay. Man, I really wish I didn't kill those ice wraiths. That would make this so much simpler. Okay, let's look this up just in case I need to. I guess I have to decide now. Do I use console commands to make myself neutral and then join the Stormcloaks later?
I wouldn't.
Because it's cheating? Or...
I don't know, it just sounds like a bother.
I suppose. Do this freaking Jagged Crown quest. Corvan Hund.
Hail! What's the lead? Ready to spill some imp. That's what I like to hear.
That Imperial. That Imperial. That Imperial. That Imperial. That Imperial. It's just ridiculous how I one-shot everything.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. This master lock is more like a super master lock. This is the hardest lock I've ever done in my life.
I wish there was a bug where there was just no sweet spot. Sometimes.
I feel like that could happen, but yeah. I think that's definitely a bug that happened in development, don't you?
I don't know.
You just set the bounds wrong.
Yeah. It's easily something they could just have never discovered.
Yeah. If it's like, because let's say the sweet spots are split into arc seconds. Okay, that's a little extreme, but like.
Yeah.
But like even degrees. Like let's say it only happened if the sweet spot was at one specific degree, then it could never be solved.
Short and bloody.
Like if master locks are 1 degree wide, and the sweet spot was like the 360th, or I guess it's 100, the 180th degree, then it can never be solved. But that still would come up every 1 in 180 times.
But things won't be so easy from here on out. Enough talk. Let's go kill some Imperials. The Imperials are here in front of us.
It's comical how easily I'd wipe through Imperial soldiers. Door is barred from the other side, I see.
Okay, who are the Penitus Oculatus again?
They are the, like, Imperial... It's the Secret Service, essentially, but for the whole Empire. They are in Dragonbridge, they're Herb-Cutters, and they, like, protect the Emperor. He's here.
Hmm. Because that's an option, or one of the starting options for the alternate start mod is this start as a member of the Penitus Oculatus.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works. I'm gonna try it.
Really?
You there, unblooded.
You got something against that?
Find another
Yeah.
way. There may be
What do you have
some
against that?
through
Huh?
the level above. Hurry.
Man. One thing I hate in Skyrim is how it just makes everyone bald underneath helmets.
It does.
Yeah.
I never played third piece.
With
so I
some with some armors, it's just so ugly. Like with this one, you can just see all around the ears, and you just see that it's all bald. My dude is just Professor X.
Light armor increased to 99. My light armor still isn't at 100 yet. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, armor's hard to level up. You just need to take damage.
I guess I just don't take much damage because I wipe through everything now nowadays.
Mhm.
That was a skill book that leveled me up to 99.
Hey, watch it.
What's interesting is at this point, I've not only like cleared most or discovered most of the locations in Skyrim, I've cleared them. Cleared most. Cleared a ton of spots. I also love how I have these super enchanted weapons, and they never go down in enchantment level just because of my because my armor makes destruction spells cost 100% less.
It is pretty broken.
Ebony Dragon. Dragon Moth Wolf. Dragon Moth Wolf.
If you have the perk for it, you might actually have enchantments that can only ever increase in charge.
Oh, I didn't know it could increase. I don't think it can.
Yeah. No, there's the perk that makes it like automatically siphon energy
Oh,
from
I thought
animals.
I see. I thought you meant just going over 100% would make it go up. But yeah, because I have some buffer. I'm like 120% or something right now. It costs 120% less.
Don't like the looks of this.
But that would violate the second law of thermodynamics.
Come on, boys. Let's
Not really when there's outside influences.
blooded.
Yeah, when there's magic.
There's a lot of things. I mean, the whole power is being managed and supplied by the ideal masters.
Keep looking unblooded. That's done it.
Now, you didn't generate the power in your weapons.
We've got more.
Yeah, right. They just gave it to you. You gave them the soul.
I don't know exactly how that works when you have to discover each enchantment. Like, maybe you just need to know what to ask for. And that's
Yeah.
why it's so easy to disenchant. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Trust me.
But why does it destroy the weapon?
That's the last of them. Come on. Let's see what's
For
Kinda
gameplay
does.
balance.
Yeah. Just because it is.
Be careful.
What's the hurry?
Skyrim belongs to the Nords and also all other races.
Ground must be around here somewhere. on as quick as you can. Ulfric, he owes me a drink. We'll stick around here.
Ooh, a word of Walla. Eternity slow time. I have learned the final word. Slow time. I only have one.
That's a fun shout.
I only have one of the 3 words of Stormcall. I'm missing quite a bit of words.
Stormcall is a super fun one. It's so intense.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10
Have
more.
you used Stormcall before?
No. I only have 10
Just
more.
use it.
No.
Just see what it does.
No, I only have 1 word. I only have 10 more words of any kind that I don't just get from the main quest line like automatically. And then I have all the shouts in the game. I have enough Dragon Souls to fund that as well. Anton, you playing Skyrim? You hate to hear that. Play Skyrim. I've been asking you for a long time.
Is wasting his time trying to take Winterhold from my father. When fine, clamoring in angry voice, the throne of Isgramor, the throne of my father. I killed Torek to prove our wretched condition. True, but that was his father. He was too privileged and too foolish. Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Sol, but the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. There hasn't been a true high. For too long, he's been hand-picked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Empire. It's time we had a real high. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Skyrim being... We're fighting because Skyrim needs heat. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we'll win the Reach. And not entirely true. Though not entirely. Any Nord can learn the way. My shouting Torg to the... However, it was my sword piercing. We should take Yarmarch. It'll be an important pressure point on the Imperials. Damn Tullius. He spoke. It's about time they turned their gaze from the head. I have the greatest respect. But... I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this.
Where do you start the Ebony Blade quest?
Alduin, the World-Eater of song and
Ebony Blade quest starts.
Well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may
Is
be
that
forced
not
to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
Oh, it's the one where you ask the... So you go to the inn or tavern in Whiterun, ask the barkeep about rumors, and she's like, oh, the Jarl's kids are weirdos. And then you go talk to the Jarl, and he's like, yeah, my kid's a weirdo. And then you talk to the kid, and he's like, yeah, I'm a weirdo. And then you talk to the lady at the Whispering Door, and she's like, okay, here you go.
Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to
see.
Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
I have leveled up.
Need
I've
a lot
leveled
of
up to
gossip
level
before I get my
100
samurai
and
sword.
110, Alec. 110.
I thought you said you were like 130 before.
No, 110. I mean,
I
I
don't
can
believe
easily
him.
get up to 130 if I start grinding it.
Or just used alteration twice.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, grinding it. Alteration. Okay, what do I level?
That's just,
What do I put my perk
like,
into?
it's so intense that I hardly consider that grind. Like, the rewards are just so immediate and huge.
Yeah, but it's still grinding. I have to do it like 140 more times if I want to.
Really? You think?
Well,
To level it from, like, 15 to 100?
No,
I mean,
the
that's
max
gonna give you a
level,
lot.
the max perks is at 255, so I'll have to do it like 150 times.
Oh, I thought just to get to like level 130. You're talking about going all the way.
Yeah, all the way. What do I put my perk point into, dude? I don't have anything to put it in. Speech,
I don't
maybe?
believe that.
I do not have the investing perk. I feel like bribery to, you know, avoid crimes.
Is
Pretty
useless.
decent. Pretty decent.
It's completely useless
How come?
because once you're in the Thieves Guild,
Oh,
you can just use
yeah,
that again.
yeah,
Or if you're a Thane, you can just do it for free.
right. But you can only do the same thing once.
Really?
Yeah, once per hold.
Huh.
Oh, I guess I should really do archery. My archery is really weak. I'm gonna do archery. Okay, now I gotta. What do I do the pickpocket cheese on? I gotta get my illusion up. I gotta get my heavy armor up.
You hardly even need to use pickpocket cheese if you're that rich.
Yeah, but I still do. Because I can. It doesn't take long at all. My pickpocketing is so OP.
Yeah. Man, I love what a Medianborn does with the Imperial colors. It makes it such a nice red color.
All I know is a Midianborn's armor, so I can't speak to that. His name's not a Midianborn. That's just what he calls his armor things. His armor
Well, I
parts.
think it's the most recent stuff isn't posted by a Medianborn, but I know
No, none of it is ever posted by a Midianborn. That's not his name on Nexus mods.
So who are you saying made it?
The guy on Nexus mods is not named a Midianborn. It's what's his name? I can't remember.
I'm
his
looking
name,
it up.
but-
All right, here
Cabal
this
120.
is posted by Cabal 120.
Yeah, all of them are posted by Cabal 120. Literally all the Midianborn armor sets. That's just what he calls his armor sets. There.
Oh, made by Cabal and the AMB team.
Yeah.
So it's just titled a Midianborn. It's not a Midianborn's.
Right.
I was wrong. It's a Midianborn, then whatever
Right,
part
exactly.
of it is. It's not. Huh.
Yeah, take that. Communist. Alright, let's go grind
Yeah,
my
that makes me
district.
communist.
It does.
I'll come to your council.
Oh.
I doubt any good
Such
will
is the
come.
way of all Nords.
I'll come to you.
Boo! I love how the entire crowd is just like dunking on this dude on his as he dies.
Yeah. Oh, you're at that point, I see. Okay, pro tip, when you talk to Ulfric, turn in the Jagged Crown
We
first.
should stake Yarmar.
No, I'm turning Jagged
When
Crown
found,
into the Imperials.
Well, then he won't talk to you. Oh, wait, really? You're gonna be an Imperial?
Yeah, with this playthrough.
Why?
Because I'm a Penitentius Oculatus member. It'd be kind of weird for me to join the Stormcloaks.
It would, but why not?
Indeed, but the moot has not yet. There hasn't for two.
Imperial
it's time
suck.
We had a real hike. We're fighting.
No, Alec is replaying it.
Sky.
Do not
we're
mean
fighting
Imperial.
because Skyrim needs.
Okay, it's not that I always side with them. Like,
Yeah,
as-
I can't.
It just
I
depends on the
can't
character.
roleplay. That's the weirdest thing for me. Like in games like this, I always like pick the side I think is best. I can never
Yeah, you just go straight meta.
My shouting.
meta.
However, it was my sword. The Imperials.
I don't go straight
What?
meta. I go straight in
I'm
my
not
like
sure
what I
why
believe
Tullius
is the best
wasted
option.
Damn
Well,
Tullius.
With the meta perspective
The
is what I'm trying to
Imperials
say.
Oh.
already dug into. The
Like,
Empire
nothing your
takes it
character
holds
would know.
forthwith From us. But the souls
Though at the
of
same
Skyrim's
time,
Right.
bravest are buried
Your
there
character would
and will
probably,
fill our
like the vanilla character, would probably
Damn,
never join the
that old
Imperials.
bear was right. Did you? Damn it. What were they doing there? I'm glad you delivered this axe to Balgraf the Great. Yeah. If he keeps it.
It is so strange that they basically
returns it to
never
you,
bring up the fact that
means
you're going to be executed. Only like one
Mhm.
sentence, very briefly.
Men, there are but Balgruf will know. Keep your wits about you. The Jarl of Whiterun is known for his temper. I thought I gave you something to do. It's about time they turn. I have the greatest respect, but I can't afford to. Alduin. Even Tullius. Yes. Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
Huh?
Why is this loading screen taking so freaking long? Games on my SSD shouldn't be taking this long. Taking forever. Rah.
Hey, watch it. Be careful. Hey now, you be careful with that fire.
Wow, General Tullius is very racist.
What'd he say?
He's just like
I thought
talking
the
about
idea. Well, I thought the idea was that Stormcloaks
telling you,
and Ulfric were
Ulfric's
racist.
planning an attack on White.
it's just that
Make it quick.
everybody's
I get
racist,
enough
all right?
delays from
What'd he
politicians.
say?
These, well, the most recent thing he said is, "You Nords and your bloody sense of honor." But
Oh.
he's talking about how Nords can't see a reason and other junk. Just in casual conversation.
Hmm.
The Greybeards. Why, there's nothing to do. They are getting to be. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragon, you may have a. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Yes, he'd be insane. Don't worry, I'll come to this peace council of yours.
Every day more join his cause.
What's funny is I was literally also talking to General Tullius, like right now,
Call it whatever you like.
as he said that.
The men-
I see.
going to
done it. The men of violence are gathered here, and I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves. Yes, yes, but regret. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
If you can arrange an end to the fighting, Dragon's Reach is at your disposal.
Ooh, I'm sitting at the head of the table. All right, quick save. Big ol' hard save here.
My first mission, just clear out an entire castle. That's how they're testing me.
Don't worry, you're just putting the toe in. Getting your feet wet. Dude, somehow Delphine got glitched for me. Her character model is a triangular prism.
Please take your seats so we can begin.
Wait, how can they just order someone who,
I hope that we have all
from what they know, is just some random, like, I don't even know I'm the Dragonborn in this. I just think of myself as a random person. And then my first task is to clear out a castle overrun with bandits? We're talking about like 30 bandits. Like, this is something that would need a siege. Or not quite a siege, because the castle's in disrepair and you can just go around. But this is something like you'd want, like, at least 10 well-trained, well-armed people.
Please.
Like, this is insane, right?
The terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere.
Sending in
Perhaps
one
this
person.
would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Ysmir's beard, to think that we would sit down with that. Thalmor, I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Arngir,
We're
are
here
you
to
going
arrange
just
a
let him
temporary
continue
truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons. Nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
By Talos, the stone's on this one. You're in no position to dictate terms to us, Tullius.
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, you can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw
Bottom
at
pack
it.
and will be off.
Besides, Jarl Layla will never agree to.
Never that one
Side is
before.
in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster.
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye, we haven't forgotten Markarth Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth? Yes. With Markarth in our hands, we'll be able to raid the Imperial supply lines out of Solitude. You've heard the man, Tullius. We've made you a fair offer. If you're really serious about this truce, you need to reconsider.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation to this council, despite your known association with the rebels. But it seems you have no intention of dealing fairly with me. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. You have no intention of coming to terms. You're here to blacken the Empire's name, and I won't be party to it. If you think you can hold Riften, you're as deluded as you've always been. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your pitiless agreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me, and I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World-Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty, and I would be recalled.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Out with it then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it Colovian brandy. These terms are still not acceptable.
You see what talking to them gets us.
Out with it then.
We want the Pale returned to Imperial control. The traitor Skull the Elder will be replaced with a more loyal candidate.
What next, Talius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what... I'm impressed at your even-handed treatment. Thank you. Come on, Ulfric. You have to give a little ground here. The dragons are a threat to us both.
Damn Imperial arrogance.
I'm listening.
Never mind. I can see that these are the best terms we'll get from this council. So be it. The Empire at least puts the greater good above our own interests.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. The Pale will be turned over to the Empire. Brynna Merilis will assume the Jarlship in Dawnstar. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. These terms blatantly favor the rebels. Everyone here knows that. But the Empire will accept them until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to the raping of her silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim. Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
This is quite an achievement, Dragonborn. And General Tullius. Riften is ours.
I anticipated an unguessed cross-referencing this with the... don't... By calling the dragon with the... He's not compelled. I think it's very likely...
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach.
As soon as I get back to Whiterun,
Well, that's
Get my
an
men
excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little
As
detail.
soon as I get back to Whiterun.
Ah,
Get my men
maybe
ready.
I can be of help here. You'll have to speak. Shout for Unending from the Dragon's Reach courtyard. After that,
You'd better be able
It's
to
up to
deliver,
you.
Dragonborn.
That's all.
I sacrifice. Just a lot here today.
As soon as I get back to Whiterun. Get my men ready.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the storm.
Oh, this is this quest. Okay.
Send in. Good day, friend.
These
Keeping well?
sands are cold.
Divine smile on you, friend.
May I just say it's a pleasure to have you leading the college. Really.
The Eye of Magnus here.
Lost. Struggle with worlds. Grasp.
Tolfdir is Master Wizard, certainly. And to think Mirabelle, I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Certainly a few of I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. I'm sure when the time for promotion, there's nothing more I can teach you. I dare say, but that doesn't... Over the years, I've heard... This is the only thing I've ever found. I think it's... off in your head.
Oh.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man...
It's a
Thanks
fine
to
day
you,
with
the
you
people of
around.
Skyrim will continue to have a place to study magic, even if most of them resent you for it.
I'm assuming you're here for more than a social call. Down to business, eh?
Still no word from your family?
No, and I'm not expecting any.
Really? That must be so nice. I came all the way to Skyrim just to get away from my family's expectations.
My family didn't really approve of me coming here at all.
I wonder what we could have done with the eye. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms.
You're not as dumb as you look.